Oh, my lights are still on. How do I turn those off? Keys off. There. Well, I already broke it. So the gearbox right there, right, goes from the PTO shaft out through the gearbox to the impeller, and then it 90s to the augers. Well, right down in here, there's a spline shaft that's just spinning in its coupling. There's some damage there. Got to fix it. I found an involute coupling. Fits the shaft on the snowblower. Now we've got to take this piece off. It's welded on. So we're going to part just as deep as this shaft is in diameter, and then hopefully we'll be able to smash this off, get that thing off of there, and then we'll turn this weld off, clean that up, get that thing pressed back onto there. I'm going to go a little bit longer in this dimension by about 3/4 of an inch, because this one there was, you know, about that much spline sticking out on the gear shaft, or the gearbox shaft. So I'm gonna get more involute engagement, if that makes sense, by making this whole piece a little bit longer. I think the length of the involute, the length of the involute stops about here, and the rest of this is just 1.25 inch ID press fit onto here and then welded. This is a little bit more, you know, we got about 3/4 of an inch to that pin extra, so if I press this onto there, that'll give me an extra bit of engagement, and then I can just weld this side onto that, and that'll be good for that. Yeah, here goes. Hopefully I don't crash. Clearance we had there. Not enough, not much clearance there. I gotta keep my eyes peeled on that. That doesn't sound very good. That sounds awful. It ain't freaking centered. It's hard to get these things to run true if they got so much paint, and probably wasn't even, when they welded it on there, probably wasn't even straight to begin with. So I guess I'm gonna bump her up to ludicrous speed and see how it fares with that. Watch out for flying parts. No, she doesn't like interrupted cuts at all. Boop sound. Boop. Blower repairs. Look at that sprocket. Look how sharp those teeth are. Good gravy. So if you look closely, it looks like that sprocket is actually pressed onto a boss. This side over here is welded on. So we're gonna cut the welds. I'll put it in the press and pop that sprocket off. I have to go outside and measure the chain that this sprocket rides in, and then maybe we can make another sprocket. We'll do the rotary table / drilling method. Hopefully we'll figure out the angles and all that good stuff. Yep, the saga continues. Got to repair stuff so I can work. Second stage of this repair. Look what I found. I found a sprocket, but it's got this extra hub deal on it, and I don't necessarily need that on there. Because the old hub was just this. Just a regular flat sprocket. So I need to remove this piece from here and then bore it to match this. I'll probably bore it to within 1/1000th of the shaft that it goes onto, and then I'll heat this up and then shrink fit it onto the shaft, along with put a bit of weld on it. So I got to figure out how to chuck this thing up and part this off, face it, bore it to whatever that is. .1 5/8 inches. Thereabouts. If I make it 1 5/8, it'd be too big. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna cut it to 1.624. I'll cut the bore to 1.624. One 1544. This was 625. So I got less than 100 thousandths to go. Got about 80 thousandths to go. Ooh, that sucker's hot. Ooh. She's pretty chewed up too. It looks like I lost that insert. Dang. Uh-oh.
Found it.
There's my new sprocket. Got the new sprocket in there. Oh, you can see the little coupling. I had to through bolt it. Tried welding it on, and the material is made out of some sort of weird stuff that didn't quite take a weld. So had to pin it with a 3/8 inch bolt. It seems to be holding up. Let's get some snow removed. Good deal.